Libra, welcome and welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. So we're just doing our mid-month check-in, being nosy, seeing what message we can get for the rest of April. I hope that April has been treating you well, is treating you well. And as always, we're just going to kind of cleanse the energy. So if there's anything that you would like to have cleansed, throw it in the bowl. That can be people, situations, patterns, behaviors, thoughts, energies, annoyances, whatever. Throw it in the bowl. We'll get it taken care of for you. I am going to hit the bowl 3 times, so just be aware of that if you're wearing AirPods. And I also invite you to take a few deep breaths in with me. I generally take an inhale after I hit the bowl and just kind of feel all of that vibration really kind of soaking into my body. And on the exhale, I just imagine all of the bullshit coming out, like whatever is no longer needed, it's being expelled. So let's get started. We're going to do one more. That was it. Beautiful. So, like I said, we're just doing our check-in for April. So we don't do a spread. My intention is for a card or two to come out of the deck, because I also intend for the messages to be a bit on the shorter side. I was going to say that I don't shuffle the cards in the reverse, but if they come out in the reverse, we'll keep them that way. There seems to be kind of this melancholic outlook happening here. So we have the Page of Cups and the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And, you know, I mean, both of these deal with our emotions, right? So when we talk about the Page of Cups, you know, I mean, the Page of Cups generally has this kind of like childlike wonder and outlook on things, right? It talks about, you know, like really kind of allowing your imagination to expand and open up, because really, I mean, we're only limited by our imaginations, right? So obviously with it being in the reverse, it would be, you know, kind of the opposite of those feelings. Like there could just be a situation that you are dealing with right now where it doesn't feel good. It may not be ideal for you either. Like it's almost kind of like, you know, you're seeing it through like a peephole instead of seeing it in its full picture. Like instead of viewing it from, say, like a bay window or something, right? And that could just be kind of causing this, you know, the Four of Cups. For me, there's so many different things that can happen with the Four of Cups. It's generally this message of, here's these 3 cups here for you, right? But it's almost kind of like they're not good enough. So it's almost just kind of like this energy of like, I keep hearing taking something for granted. And of course, like, you know, I mean, my intention is not to be harsh also, because I feel like that can be a little harsh, because, you know, here again, like, you know, there's these 3 cups here, and this figure isn't even really looking at these 3 cups. It's focused on this one that's kind of coming out of nowhere. So there's a couple different things. It's either, again, just kind of taking something for granted. And maybe it just is not, again, you know, like it's not manifesting in the way, or it's not making you feel the way that you want to feel. This could also be, you know, like when we talk about the Page of Cups, it also talks about inner child. So, you know, this could be even something inner child that's coming up for you that maybe you don't even really want to look at, you don't want to explore. Maybe you're not even aware that's where these emotions are coming from. Because it's almost kind of like the answer is like, it's either kind of like right in front of your face, or you have it already, but you're like, no. That's either not what I want to hear, that doesn't make me feel good, you know, whatever the case may be, give me something else. And it's just kind of like, I'm getting this message of like, you're going to be kind of handed the same thing until you get it. Like, you know how they say like the same lesson keeps showing up for you until you learn the lesson, and almost kind of like break the cycle of behavior or pattern that kind of keeps you in that cycle. And speaking of cycles, we have the 3 of Pentacles behind there also, which, yeah, I mean, 3s talk about cycles. When we talk about the 3 of Pentacles, that talks about, you know, like collaboration, planning, you know, it could be like a mentor coming into your existence. It could even be a therapist, or like, you know, a life coach, or something, you know, kind of along those lines, that just kind of help you through that. You know, we're talking about Pentacles. It could also have to do with your body. So, you know, I mean, there could be some sort of assistance there, like physical therapy or something along those lines. But it's almost kind of like you've resolved yourself to the situation sucking and being miserable, that and I get that, you know, like 100%. I think there's so much information and there's so much power in being in that situation, if you almost kind of like allow yourself, right? Because if you want to learn a lesson, if you want to work through a pattern of behavior, if you want to kind of dive into inner child stuff, right? I mean, it seems like the help is right behind here. And maybe, you know, even that could be what is being offered, and you're just maybe seeing it, because right, like kind of where this cloud is, right behind the 4 of Cups is this 3 of Pentacles.